So today I'm just gonna kind of mess around. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna cover that, it's a round single down tube frame right now. I'm gonna make basically aluminum panels to cover that down tube and make it look more elliptical and kind of more aircrafty a little bit. So I'm gonna use this steel, weld the steel to the frame and drill it. And then I'll basically bend the aluminum up and screw it to the panel. So the key for me is to weld this thing on and get it on straight. As you can see, I drilled these holes out toward the outer edge, because bending that aluminum is really thick, and bending it over this is gonna be an achievement. Let's take a piece of this welding rod, and I'm just making a gauge to show me what I need. It tells me two things. It tells me how long, this is the total length I need to cut that aluminum, and tells me where to bend it in the brake, because I'll bend it in the brake first, and then you know, bend it at these angles, whatever they've come out to be. See, I just line this piece up. It's like a 32-degree bend. So when I put it in the brake, I know that's where I'm gonna bend the ends up first, because this piece will lay flat, and then I'll bend these guys up at 32 degrees. If this works out in my favor, then what I do is I just transfer what I'm cutting here to the end of the aluminum. I measured earlier at 32 degrees, so I have this set up at 32 degrees. So I'm gonna try and use that as kind of a gauge to see where I am. Nailing it. Basically, I'm gonna put a layer of black soot across the center of the, I'm gonna try and stay away from the bends I already did. I'm just gonna try and work across the center of the aluminum. And then I burn that off. And the black soot burns off at a certain temperature, and that's the temperature they need to anneal the metal at. And once I burn that soot off, it should soften it up enough. And I cool it with water real quick too. And once that burns off, it should soften enough for me to bend it pretty easily. I'm a lot easier than it would if I didn't do it. You see a metal bent already. That piece is gonna add major points to the bike when it's done. And that's the key. Every little thing, you know, whether the blown glass we're gonna use on it, engraved wood, all the stuff we're gonna use, it's really important. Put this for assholes like me who can lose their Sharpies there all the time. Then I stick it in there and I still walk around looking for my Sharpie.